In the remote village of Eldridge, nestled between dense forests and foreboding mountains, an ancient curse cast its sinister shadow. The villagers spoke in hushed tones of the Forbidden Grove, a place shrouded in mystery and said to be the epicenter of the malevolent forces that plagued their once thriving community. Amelia, an ambitious anthropologist intrigued by the occult, arrived in Eldridge to investigate the eerie tales surrounding the Forbidden Grove. As she delved into the village's history, the locals grew increasingly apprehensive, warning her to steer clear of the accursed place. Undeterred, Amelia embarked on a moonlit journey to the Forbidden Grove, armed with a notebook and a lantern. The air grew thick with an otherworldly tension as she entered the ancient forest. The twisted branches seemed to whisper ancient secrets, and the ground beneath her feet felt unnaturally cold. As Amelia ventured deeper, she stumbled upon an ancient altar, covered in cryptic symbols. Unfazed, she documented her findings until an ethereal mist enveloped her. Whispers turned into chilling voices, and shadows danced in the periphery of her vision. The very essence of the grove seemed to resist her intrusion. Unbeknownst to Amelia, the curse had awakened, and the spirits guarding the grove materialized. Vengeful apparitions, distorted by centuries of resentment, surrounded her. They sought retribution for a long-forgotten transgression that had bound their souls to the Forbidden Grove. Amelia, now caught in the spectral grasp of the curse, found herself reliving the past. The grove transformed into a haunting landscape depicting the villagers' descent into darkness. Each step unearthed the village's hidden horrors, revealing a twisted tale of betrayal and forbidden rituals. In her quest for understanding, Amelia encountered the ghostly figure of Eleanor, a villager unjustly condemned for a crime she did not commit. Eleanor, consumed by bitterness, implored Amelia to break the curse and free the tormented souls trapped within the grove. Guided by Eleanor's anguished spirit, Amelia uncovered a forgotten burial site deep within the forest. It held the remains of those wrongly accused and subjected to a dark ritual meant to bind their souls. Determined to right the ancient wrong, Amelia orchestrated a ritual of her own, aimed at breaking the curse that shackled the spirits. The grove convulsed with supernatural energy as Amelia recited an incantation, channeling the anguish and regret embedded in the cursed land. A blinding light engulfed the Forbidden Grove, and the spirits' wails echoed through the night. As the light faded, the grove transformed into a serene sanctuary. The curse finally lifted. Eldridge awoke the next morning, the air free of the malevolent presence that had plagued it for centuries. The villagers, once gripped by fear, now felt a newfound peace. Amelia, forever changed by her harrowing encounter, bid farewell to Eldridge, leaving behind a village grateful for the courage that had broken the chains of a long-forgotten curse. In the quiet town of Havenbrook, a centuries-old mansion known as Harrow House stood abandoned, its eerie facade casting a haunting presence over the community. Locals spoke of it in hushed tones, recounting tales of inexplicable noises and shadowy figures that seemed to roam the mansion's halls after sunset. The Smith family, newcomers to Havenbrook, purchased Harrow House with dreams of restoring its former glory. Unaware of the town's whispered warnings, they moved in, eager to breathe life into the dilapidated mansion. The first few weeks were filled with excitement as the family worked tirelessly on renovations, uncovering hidden rooms and forgotten artifacts. As the sun dipped below the horizon, a palpable shift occurred within Harrow House. Strange noises echoed through the corridors, and the air grew thick with an unsettling stillness. The Smiths, initially attributing the phenomena to the house's age, soon found themselves confronted by inexplicable occurrences. Objects moved on their own, and mysterious whispers reverberated through the empty rooms. Disturbed, the family sought the help of local historians, who reluctantly revealed the mansion's dark past. Harrow House, it turned out, was once home to the notorious Hawthorne family, practitioners of occult rituals and dark arts. Driven by a morbid curiosity, The Smiths delved deeper into the mansion's history, discovering a hidden chamber beneath the grand staircase. The room, adorned with occult symbols, unveiled a dark secret: the Hawthorns' connection to malevolent spirits that still lingered within the house. As the family unraveled the mysteries, the supernatural activity escalated. Apparitions of the Hawthorne family materialized, their spectral forms tormented by the consequences of their past deeds. Desperate to free themselves from the paranormal onslaught, the Smiths sought the guidance of a local psychic, who warned them of an impending reckoning. The psychic, sensing a powerful force within Harrow House, conducted a seance to communicate with the lingering spirits. As the seance unfolded, the room became a vortex of spiritual energy, and the Smiths witnessed the tortured souls of the Hawthorne family seeking redemption. In a climactic moment, the spirits conveyed a plea for forgiveness and release from the spectral realm. The Smiths, torn between fear and compassion, decided to aid the tormented souls in finding peace. With guidance from the psychic, they performed a ritual meant to break the shackles binding the Hawthorne family to Harrow House. As the ritual concluded, a serene calm descended upon the mansion. The once haunting atmosphere lifted, and the Smiths felt a weight lifted from their shoulders. Harrow House, now devoid of its supernatural occupants, stood silent in the moonlit night. Havenbrook, forever changed by the Smiths' encounter with the paranormal, bore witness to the transformation of Harrow House from a place of dread to a mere relic of the town's ominous past. The Smith family, having survived the ordeal, left the mansion behind, its secrets buried with the lingering echoes of a dark history. In the small town of Ravenswood, a mysterious fog enveloped the streets every year on the night of the 31st of October. Legend had it that those who ventured out during the fog would encounter malevolent spirits seeking revenge. On this particular Halloween night, a group of friends decided to test the legend. Armed with flashlights and nervous laughter, they entered the misty darkness. As the fog thickened, whispers echoed through the air, chilling their spines. Soon, the group realized they were not alone. Shadowy figures emerged from the fog, their hollow eyes fixed on the intruders. Panic set in as the friends tried to find their way back, but the town seemed to shift, trapping them in a nightmarish maze. One by one, the friends vanished into the fog, leaving only echoes of their terrified screams. The remaining survivors stumbled upon an abandoned mansion, its eerie silhouette looming in the mist. Reluctantly, they entered, hoping to escape the relentless spirits. Inside, they discovered an old journal detailing a tragic event that cursed Ravenswood. The spirits were seeking justice for a crime committed years ago, and the friends unwittingly stumbled upon the epicenter of the haunting. Desperation grew as the friends faced vengeful apparitions within the mansion. The walls echoed with the tormented whispers of the past. As the clock struck midnight, the leader of the group, haunted by guilt, confronted the malevolent force and confessed the town's dark secret. In an instant, the fog lifted, revealing the town as it once was. The spirits vanished, leaving behind an unsettling silence. The survivors, now changed by the harrowing experience, emerged from the mansion, forever marked by the horrors of Ravenswood. The legend persisted, a cautionary tale whispered by the townspeople. No one dared to enter Ravenswood on Halloween night, for fear of awakening the restless spirits that lurked within the mysterious fog. In the secluded town of Blackwood, nestled deep within an ancient forest, a foreboding mansion known as Hollow Manor stood abandoned for decades. Its ominous silhouette cast a shadow over the town, and locals spoke of unspeakable horrors within its decaying walls. Emily, a curious journalist with a penchant for the macabre, decided to unravel the mysteries of Hollow Manor. Armed with a camera and determination, she entered the eerie mansion one moonlit night. The air was thick with an unsettling stillness as she ventured deeper into the dilapidated halls. Strange whispers echoed through the empty rooms, and unseen eyes seemed to watch Emily's every move. Ignoring the ominous signs, she stumbled upon a hidden chamber containing a dusty journal. The writings detailed the tragic tale of the Hollow family, who, driven by madness, conducted dark rituals within the mansion. As Emily delved further into the secrets, the temperature plummeted, and spectral figures materialized around her. The Hollow family's tortured souls, bound by a curse, sought to draw her into their eternal suffering. Terrified, Emily tried to escape, but the mansion seemed to shift, trapping her in a nightmarish labyrinth. Each room she entered twisted into a distorted version of reality, revealing the tormented history of the Hollows. Desperate, Emily encountered the ghostly apparition of Isabella Hollow, a young girl trapped in the grip of the curse. Isabella begged for release, her mournful pleas echoing through the haunted halls. Driven by compassion, Emily vowed to uncover the source of the curse and break its malevolent hold. The mansion, sensing her determination, intensified its supernatural manifestations. Apparitions became more vivid, and the walls pulsated with the echoes of past atrocities. In a climactic confrontation, Emily confronted the malevolent force at the heart of Hollow Manor. The spirits, fueled by centuries of anguish, resisted her efforts. Yet, fueled by a determination to bring peace to the tormented souls, Emily unearthed an ancient artifact hidden within the mansion. As she shattered the cursed object, another worldly wail echoed through the mansion. The oppressive atmosphere lifted, and the ghostly figures dissipated into the ethereal mist. Emily, exhausted but triumphant, emerged from Hollow Manor, the once dreaded mansion now eerily silent. The town of Blackwood, long plagued by the mansion's sinister presence, felt a newfound tranquility. The legend of Hollow Manor, now a cautionary tale, faded into obscurity. Emily's haunting experience became a chilling chapter in the town's history, a testament to the lingering darkness that can envelope even the bravest souls who dare to uncover the secrets of the past. In the coastal town of Portside, an imposing mansion known as Wraithaven loomed on the cliffs, overlooking the tumultuous sea. The town's elders spoke in hushed whispers about the mansion's cursed history, warning residents to steer clear of its ominous grounds. However, curiosity often overcame caution, and tales of eerie occurrences within the mansion persisted. Michael, an adventurous filmmaker with a penchant for the supernatural, arrived in Portside, drawn by the mystique surrounding Wraithaven. Intrigued by the local legends, he set out to create a documentary that would unveil the truth behind the mansion's dark reputation. Securing permission from the town authorities, Michael gained access to Wraithaven for a week of intensive filming. As he crossed the threshold, an oppressive atmosphere settled over him, and the air grew colder with each step. Undeterred, he set up his equipment, determined to capture the supernatural phenomena that had plagued the mansion for generations. As the sun dipped below the horizon, Wraithaven seemed to awaken with an otherworldly energy. Unexplained whispers echoed through the grand hallways, and spectral shadows danced on the walls. Michael, armed with his camera and a growing sense of unease, ventured into the mansion's forgotten corners, guided by an unseen force. In the dead of night, he discovered a hidden chamber adorned with occult symbols and faded paintings depicting scenes of despair. It became clear that Wraithaven had been a site of dark rituals and unspeakable acts. The spirits of those who had suffered within its walls seemed to stir, their anguished energy manifesting in unsettling ways. As Michael delved deeper into the mansion's history, he stumbled upon an old journal belonging to a former resident named Evelyn. Her writings spoke of a malevolent force within Wraithaven that fed on the despair of its inhabitants, a force she referred to as the Abyssal Presence. Evelyn, driven to madness, had vanished without a trace, becoming another chapter in the mansion's haunting legacy. The more Michael uncovered, the more the mansion resisted his intrusion. Unseen hands knocked over his equipment, and disembodied voices echoed chilling warnings. Despite mounting fear, he pressed on, determined to capture evidence of the supernatural occurrences that plagued Wraithaven. One fateful night, As Michael explored the mansion's crumbling basement, he encountered the spectral figure of Evelyn. Her hollow eyes conveyed the depths of suffering she had endured. In a desperate plea, she implored him to leave before the abyssal presence claimed another victim. The following night, as a storm raged outside, Michael set up his camera in the mansion's grand hall. In a harrowing sequence, shadows twisted and contorted, and the temperature plummeted. Unearthly wails echoed through the mansion as the abyssal presence manifested, a dark vortex of malevolence that seemed to defy the laws of nature. As the storm outside reached its climax, the mansion itself seemed to groan under the weight of the supernatural force. Michael, now engulfed in the chilling aura, felt an invisible grip pulling at his very soul. In a final act of defiance, he uttered Evelyn's incantation, a plea for the spirits to find peace. In an instant, the storm ceased, and the mansion fell into an eerie silence. The abyssal presence dissipated, leaving Wraithaven shrouded in an unsettling stillness. Michael, drained but alive, emerged from the mansion with footage that captured the spectral forces at play. Portside, forever marked by the events at Wraithaven, embraced the documentary as a cautionary tale. The town elders, acknowledging the darkness that lingered within the mansion, opted to seal its doors for good. Michael, haunted by the memories of his ordeal, left Portside with a chilling story that would be etched into the town's history. A tale of a filmmaker who dared to uncover the secrets of Wraithaven and the malevolent forces that dwelled within. In the quiet town of Ravenshade, a series of mysterious disappearances left the community gripped with fear. Local authorities were baffled as one person after another vanished without a trace, leaving behind a growing sense of dread. Among the concerned residents was Emma, a college student visiting her grandparents for the summer. Intrigued by the ominous atmosphere that had settled over Ravenshade, she began researching the town's history. Uncovering a forgotten legend, she learned of an ancient entity known as the Shadow Walker, said to emerge during periods of celestial alignment to claim unsuspecting souls. As Emma delved deeper into the lore, she discovered a pattern in the disappearances coinciding with a rare celestial event said to occur that very night. Uneasy but determined, she decided to witness the event unfold from the vantage point of the town's abandoned lighthouse, a place rumored to hold the key to the Shadow Walker's appearance. As darkness fell, Emma ascended the creaking stairs of the desolate lighthouse, her lantern casting flickering shadows on the worn walls. The air grew thick with an unsettling stillness as she reached the observation deck. The night sky, illuminated by an array of stars, hinted at the impending celestial alignment. Suddenly, an otherworldly chill swept through the air, and the surroundings plunged into an unnatural darkness. Emma's lantern flickered, casting eerie shadows that seemed to dance with a malevolent intent. A palpable sense of foreboding weighed on her as the celestial alignment reached its peak. From the inky blackness emerged the Shadow Walker, a formless silhouette that seemed to defy the laws of reality. Its presence cast a deep terror upon Emma as she stood frozen, unable to comprehend the unearthly entity before her. The Shadow Walker moved with an unsettling fluidity, tendrils of darkness extending toward Emma. Paralyzed by fear, she could only watch as the shadows closed in. In that moment, the lighthouse seemed to echo with the anguished whispers of the souls claimed by the ancient entity over centuries. Just as the darkness threatened to envelop her, Emma recalled the forgotten lore she had uncovered. With a surge of courage, she uttered an incantation she had found in her research, a chant meant to ward off the Shadow Walker. The air crackled with energy as the incantation resonated through the lighthouse. In an instant, the celestial alignment waned, and the Shadow Walker recalled, its form dissipating into the night. The oppressive darkness lifted, and the lighthouse returned to an eerie stillness. Emma, shaken but alive, found herself alone on the desolate observation deck. The following morning, Ravenshade awoke to a town untouched by the horrors of the night. The disappearances had ceased, and the legend of the Shadow Walker faded into the recesses of the town's history. Emma, forever marked by her encounter, left Ravensshade with a chilling tale that would be recounted in hushed tones for generations to come.